What is your nickname and how old are you?
Everyone can call me Kel, and I'm 22 years old. And actually, tomorrow I'm turning 23 now.
Oh, so do you
Yes.
have any plan for your
Uh,
birthday?
I just wanna eat something that I don't eat the usual, like Shanghai. You know, the typical birthday celebration foods in the Philippines.
Usually parents buy birthday present in the Philippines.
Yes, yes.
So what do you expect?
Actually, I'm not very I'm not really expecting anything material, but someone already gave me an advance birthday gift, and I think that's enough for me. And it was actually cash.
Wow. How
Yes,
much did you receive?
it's like $25.
Wow, it's nice.
Yes,
Where do you live now?
I live nearby actually. Yes,
Nearby means Quezon City.
yes, here, Quezon City.
What do you do now?
Like for a living, yes.
Yeah, like student or your work, your job.
Yeah, I'm actually working now more on not really that stable yet, but I'm actually an actress here in the Philippines and I'm just starting my career. Yes, I'm 1 year and I signed a contract from a very popular production company here in the Philippines and it's named Viva. Yes,
It's not a private information, or it's
it's
okay.
really
It's
not.
okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, what are your hobbies?
My hobbies, I like to draw sketches and I also like to dance alone. It has something to do with ADHD, but I think normal people do them as well. But I think I do them more often. And when I'm alone, I like to listen to music and the stimuli I get from listening to music. It just makes me happy. Yes.
What is one thing you are proud of?
One thing I'm proud of is that in these days it's really hard to gain confidence. Yes. So I'm proud of by the fact that I really risk even though it is possible that it is not going to be good or it is going to get bad. Yeah, and I'm proud of it because I realize that most people are not really like that. So yeah.
What is your big dream in the next 3 to 5 years?
Big dream. Oh, of course, my career to boom. Yes. And then I won't live in an apartment anymore and I'll get to buy my own house. Yes.
What skill do you want to improve this year?
This year, well, since I'm still a 1 year actress, I want to improve my acting, of course. Yes.
What makes you feel thankful these days?
Well, the fact that, the simple things that one should be grateful for, like being able to eat every day and, having a roof over your head. Pretty simple, really. Yes.
What do you like about Filipino culture?
What I like about Filipino culture is that everyone is not really isolated like the Western culture. Like, we care about each other, even if sometimes we care in a bad way. Yes, like there's also a thing here called chismosas and so on. Like they like minding other people's business, which can be annoying too sometimes, but it has also a good impact in the society, as Filipinos. Yes.
You said sometimes people care in bad way. Give
Yes.
me one example.
Like for example, it like when it shouldn't be their business, they talk about it. Like, yeah, it can be annoying, but I said that it can be good sometimes because I just saw a study that says there's there's almost no serial killers here in the Philippines because people here have chismosas, and people don't really have any privacy, so they can do suspicious things. Yeah, like that. Yes.
Which guy would you choose? A nerd with zero experience or a guy who's been with 100 girls but said, I've changed. I'm loyal now.
I'll, I'd, I'd rather go for the nerd. Yes. Because based off my experience, I believe that a person can change, but it's not. Yeah, it's just my preference, nothing personal. Yes.
If you could travel anywhere, where would you go?
Where will I go? Well, I like to travel anywhere in Europe. Not really everywhere. I'm eyeing Switzerland. Yes.
Why?
The landscapes, I love it. I love the ambience. I love the vibe. I just love nature and anything that radiates comfort and peace. Yes.
For a future husband, what monthly income feels enough for family life?
Family life. It really depends on where you live. But here in the Philippines, I think, well, 50K is enough.
50,000 peso.
Yes.
What is a big problem for you in a relationship?
Big problem. I think it's the struggling with self-expression. Yes, because sometimes from my experience, I'm speaking from my experience. Yeah, sometimes guys can't really open up because they are scared of what I'm going to think. Yes.
What you are going to think?
Yeah.
Give me example. What you think?
Like they can't open up certain problems because they are afraid that I'm going to like judge them and then treat them differently. Yes.
Would you date a man with kids?
No, because I myself are not ready for it.
Would you date a rich but ugly man or a handsome but poor man?
Rich but ugly man. Rich but ugly man.
What is your ideal first date?
Idea coffee date. Yeah, I love coffee.
Tell me one date you enjoyed recently.
One date I enjoyed recently. Um, the last time I date was like a long time ago, but yeah, something happened. Yes.
What happened?
Yeah, we got a little bit intimate with each other, which was my first time actually, and yeah, first time.
Okay.
Not really. I've dated a couple of guys, but the recent one was the first time I got intimate with.
It, he is your boyfriend or a friend or a
More
stranger?
more like friends with benefits that time.
But
Yes.
you don't regret. It's a good memory.
Yes.
Why it's good memory? Because you guys are not couple, right?
Yes, because I've been curious about how it feels to be intimate, and also because I work as an actress and particularly in sexy genre.
So that intimate is a good experience for you.
Yes,
Is a kiss on the first date okay?
it really depends. If I want it to happen and he likes it, then
Do you have
Oh,
experience?
I haven't really kissed. Ah, oh yes, I've kissed. Yeah, I kissed a guy during our first date.
So you have.
Only on the cheeks, and then he suddenly tried to kiss me on my lips, and I was surprised.
What was your feeling at that time?
Nothing really, just happy to meet a new person.
How about being intimate on the first date?
Well, yes, if we're both attracted to each other, and
It's okay for you.
yeah, it's okay.
Do you have experience?
um, actually, we've met for the first time with nothing really happened, and the second time we've met, something happened. Yeah, and maybe because it was, there's something called, um, like when a woman is in her phase, it has something to do with the uterus when we're feeling, horny, and stop. Sorry for using that word. Yeah.
Do you think people need a clear commitment before starting a relationship?
Yes, because relationship is it's a commitment.
Have you dated a foreigner before?
Yes, I have a couple of times already.
Can you tell me one story?
Oh, about me dating a foreign guy. Well, I date them, and I prefer them over, local guys, because there's just something about them that is just different in a good way, because they are very open. Um, Maybe it's about the culture too, and I don't really blame the local guys here. About It's more of a systemic problem that yeah, that made them that way. Yes.
What nationality guy did you date before?
I have dated a guy from New Zealand. I also dated a black guy, but most of them are long distance. Yes.
Are they American?
American. I only dated
That black guy.
the black guy. Yes, he was American.
What
Foreign gay.
surprised you most when you date a foreigner?
When I date a foreigner, um, nothing, nothing really surprised me so far, because yeah, they're pretty normal.
Same to local guy here in the Philippines?
Yeah. Oh, wait, I forgot. About when they talk about their culture, that's something that surprises me. Yes.
What surprised you?
Like, for example, when I dated a guy from Denmark, which is more of a puppy love, and they said that when someone is not married yet at a certain age, they throw a bunch of cinnamons at them. Like, yeah, cinnamons are very, very sensitive on the throat.
If you date someone next, would you prefer a foreigner or a Filipino?
Well, it really depends now, because I'm very open. Just because I say that I prefer foreign guys doesn't mean it'll turn out that way. But the chances are very big that I'll date a foreign guy again. Yes.
Which do you prefer as a boyfriend? White man, black man, or Asian man?
Hmm. Well, I most likely prefer mixed. Yes.
Mix of
Yeah,
what?
white guy, Asian, something like that.
Oh, by the way, your nose is not typical Filipino nose. Also, are you mixed?
Me?
Hmm.
Just a little bit from my mom's side. Spanish. Yeah, I think my grandmother. Yes.
Which nationality of man would you like to date?
Oh, that's very specific. Well, anywhere in a country that, um, rich with culture, especially with good ones. Yeah.
So in your case, which nationality do you like?
That's a really hard question, but I'll answer anyway. I think, for example, is Iceland. Yes.
What makes you feel real love?
What makes me feel real love is when someone goes in a certain length just to, make me feel safe or protect me or help me or, you know, something that makes me feel like I am cared for.
What would you do if your boyfriend refused to use protection?
Then I will refuse as well.
You don't do it.
Yes, I'm not really ready. Just thinking about it.
Have you ever faced this situation in real life?
Not really because like I said, I only experienced it one time.
What age do you want to get married?
What age? Maybe 30 plus.
What advice do you have for foreigners who want to date a Filipina?
Just make her feel like you're worthy to be cared for as well, and make her feel like she's being cared about. It's pretty simple actually. Yes.
Are you open to dating foreigners?
Yes, I am.
Is it okay if I show your Instagram in the video?
Yes, it's okay.
Before we finish, a cute pose for the viewers, please. Is it okay to use this interview to my YouTube channel?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.